everybody. Sorry we're a little crooked here. We might just have to go with it. George and I are so happy to see you. Welcome to Pajama Storytime at the William Jeans Memorial Library. I'm Miss Rachel, and we're so glad you're here. Oh, I just got a reminder from Facebook that William Jeans Memorial plans to go live. So yeah, here we are. We're live. And I am inside the library. Even though we're not open yet, we are getting lots and lots of things ready, getting some books ready for you to check out, even though you can't come into the library yet. So George and I thought we would do Pajama Storytime from right here where we usually do. But I do miss seeing all of your smiling faces out there sitting on your sleeping bags with your pillows and stuffies. So I hope you're nice and comfy at home and that we can enjoy some time together this way for Pajama Storytime tonight. Let's start by saying hello to our friends. We'll start with you, George, okay? Let's all clap because George is here, George is here, George is here. Let's all clap because George is here, George is here tonight. Let's all clap because Miss Rachel is here, Miss Rachel is here, Miss Rachel is here. Let's all clap because Miss Rachel is here, Miss Rachel is here tonight. Let's all clap because Casey is here, Casey is here, Casey is here. Let's all clap because Casey is here, Casey is here tonight. Hello, Casey. It's good to see you. And if anybody else joins, or if you're just now joining and you want to add your name, I can give you a special shout out, even though that's all we got for the welcome song for tonight. So let's start with our first book tonight. This is a book that I read yesterday for sensory story time, and while I was reading it, I thought this is a perfect book for pajama story time too, because it ends with a nice, calm, peaceful evening scene. So George is going to sit down here and listen from down there, and I'm going to read to you That Is My Dream. And I'll try to not have so much glare if I can do it. It's by Langston Hughes. Langston Hughes is a poet, and this poem was written a long time ago, but someone, Daniel Miyares, took the poem and drew some beautiful, I should say painted, some beautiful illustrations to go along with the poem by Langston Hughes. And in this poem, you'll notice that things are a little bit different than they are today. Some things in this book are the way things used to be a long time ago. Not that long time ago. Some of your parents and grandparents were alive at this time. And that aren't that way today. So keep that in mind. But it's a beautiful story, beautiful poem. It's a picture book of Langston Hughes' Dream Variation. That's the name of the original poem. And I'm going to read it to you with permission from Schwartz and Wade Books, the publisher. That is my dream. So I have to be on my phone tonight because my laptop battery died and I don't have the cord. So I'm not going to be able to show you the whole widespread thing the way I would normally like to because I have to do it portrait mode, which is not good, but we'll do the best we can. To fling my arms wide. In some place of the sun. You might notice in this picture, all the people sitting in the front of the bus are white people. And the people sitting in the back of the bus are people of color. And that's one thing that it doesn't have to be that way now. But those were the rules when this takes place in the 50s. To whirl and to dance. Till the white day is done. That's a water fountain, just like we have at the library, but the sign says white only. That means only white children could drink out of that water fountain. And there's another water fountain for children who are not white. We don't do that now. Then, rest at cool evening. Beneath a tall tree, while night comes on gently. Dark, like me. You can see in this picture, the little boy has a bird perched on his hand. And it makes him think about dreams. That is my dream. To fling my arms wide in the face of the sun. Can you look on these birds? You see children riding on top of the birds. And the child's clothes match the bird that they're riding. No matter what color their skin is, they're flying together. Dance! Whirl! Whirl! Till the quick day is done. Rest at pale evening. A tall, slim tree. All the friends together. Night coming tenderly. Black, like me. So you could see some things in this book that are different than the way they are now. The way things were in the 50s and even into the 60s at a time when there was a lot of racism. So we're glad that some things have changed, and this is a beautiful book that shows a story from a time in the past, but there are a lot of things we still need to change. We still need to work against racism because there's a lot that still happens. So even though we can all share the same water fountain and the same bus and things like that, we can play together, we have a lot of work to do. So I hope you will keep fighting the good fight against racism. And if you liked Langston Hughes, he has a lot of other good poetry that you can check out. All right, my friends, George is going to come back up here, and we are going to do a silly little song about pajamas, because it's pajama story time, right? You might remember this one. There were 5 pairs of pajamas dancing at the pajama party. 5 pairs of pajamas dancing till it was 7:30. They danced around the room, they danced the hullabaloo, till one pair of pajamas said, "Holy moly, it's time for bed!" And that pair went to sleep. And then there were 4. There were 4 pairs of pajamas dancing at the pajama party. 4 pairs of pajamas dancing till it was 7:30. They danced the hullabaloo, they danced around the room, till one pair of pajamas said, "Holy moly, it's time for bed!" Good night. Then there were 3. There were 3 pairs of pajamas dancing at the pajama party. 3 pairs of pajamas dancing till it was 7:30. I think that's bedtime. They danced the hullabaloo. They danced around the room till 1 pair of pajamas said, what did they say? Holy moly! It's time for bed! And then there were just 2. There were 2 pairs of pajamas dancing at the pajama party. 2 pairs of pajamas dancing till it was 7:30. They danced around the room. They danced the hullabaloo till 1 pair of pajamas said, Holy moly! It's time for bed! And then only 1 pair left. There was 1 pair of pajamas dancing at the pajama party. 1 pair of pajamas dancing till it was 7:30. They danced around the room. They danced the hullabaloo till that pair of pajamas said, Holy moly! It's time for bed. Are you ready for bed? I'm not ready for bed yet. We have some more things to do. All those pajamas from the pajama party went to sleep, but not us. We're going to do some more. We're going to read another book. Sheep 101 by Richard T. Morris with art by Lu Yen Pham. And it's published by Little Brown and Company. I'm reading this with their permission. And I wonder if you've ever heard a grown-up say, if you're having trouble falling asleep, count sheep. Somebody, who knows when, came up with the idea that if you imagine sheep jumping over a fence and you count the sheep as they jump over the fence, it will help you fall asleep. That's what this book is about. Sheep 101. Let's find out. This looks like a friend who is having a hard time falling asleep. And look at the end of his bed, a sheep. $100. $101. Crash! Uh-oh. Are you all right, 101? I'm stuck in the fence. Y'all aren't supposed to talk to each other, you know. Do you see we've got a sheep down? Go on without me, 102. We have to get him to sleep. They're taking their job very seriously about getting our little friend to sleep. And if they stop jumping, he has to stop counting. 10-4, 101, but I've got my eyes on you, sleepyhead. Well, look at this. Sheep number 102 jumps right over the fence and over sheep 101. Wait, who are you? I'm sheep 103. Does that look like sheep 103? Doesn't look like a sheep at all, if you ask me. You're a cow. Yeah, they ran out of sheep, so they called me up. I usually jump over the moon, so this fence thing should be a breeze. Just jump, please. 103. Jumps over. And look at this. What's that? Wee, wee, wee. Stop right there, pig. I can't find my way home. this isn't working. Now look. Has anyone seen a fence around here? All the nursery rhymes are getting all mixed up. Don't tell me you're supposed to be sheep 104. No, the pig is 104. I'm 105. Jacob Cat Dodger at your service. I'm one of the blind mouses. Or is it Mises? I always forget. It's mice. Backflip! Look at the cow doing all kinds of acrobatics. What is going on here? The sheep aren't jumping over the fence. How is our friend ever going to fall asleep? Sheep 106 reporting for duty. Let's take a closer look. Humpty Dumpty is not a sheep. Now sheep 102 says, listen up. I have issued a code red. Code red? What's a code red? Whoompa, 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 whoompa. A helicopter, a Lego helicopter is coming. Land of Nod, this is Sandman, over. We have a visual on 101. He's stuck in there pretty good. It looks like we're gonna have to take the fence down. Well, look at this. The cow is taking a picture. And the Lego minifigure is coming down to take apart the fence. Look, these two minifigures are taking apart the fence. Pig doesn't look very happy. The mouse doesn't know where it's going. And Humpty Dumpty's just watching. Wait, everyone. I think 101 is asleep. That's affirmative. Sleep has set in. Do you think if you jumped over a fence and you broke the fence and you got stuck in the fence and then minifigures came and took the fence apart that you would be able to fall asleep with all that commotion? Well, that's what happened. Sweet dreams, sweet dreams. But, remember our little friend from the beginning? Do you think he fell asleep? He sure did. And look what was inside the book he was reading before he went to sleep. Nursery rhymes about the cow jumping over the moon and the little pig. How many sheep will it take for you to fall asleep? That's the question at the end of the book. I wonder. We're not going to find out yet, are we? Nope. We have more to do. We are going to do, look at that pair of pajamas, number still sitting there. We are going to do a scarf song. And if you don't have a scarf at home, you can use something like this, a cloth napkin, or even a paper napkin or a paper towel. Or you could use a winter scarf. Your winter scarves might be all packed away, but if there's a grown-up lady or anyone in your house who likes to wear fancy scarves just for decoration, maybe you can use one of those, or even a tissue. That works. I'm lucky enough to have a Storytime scarf handy, so I'm going to use that, and we're going to make popcorn. Not real popcorn. Maybe you can make that at your house someday, but for tonight, we are just going to make our Storytime popcorn. I'm going to move this over so so I don't have to keep leaning. There we go. Are you ready? Pop, 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 put the corn in the pot. Shake, shake, shake it till it's hot. Open the lid and what have you got? Popcorn! 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 Blue popcorn I have. What color is your popcorn? Let's make some more. Pop, 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 put the corn in the pot. Shake, shake, shake it till it's hot. Open the lid and what have you got? Popcorn! Popcorn! Bye, friends! Not you guys, those people. Bye! We have some other library workers here who are getting some things ready for the books to be checked out, and they're leaving, so I was saying goodbye. But let's you and I make some more popcorn. Pop, 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 put the corn in the pot. Shake, shake, shake it till it's hot. Open the lid and what have you got? Popcorn! 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 All right, let's make one more big batch of popcorn. Are you ready? Pop, 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 put the corn in the pot. Shake, shake, shake it till it's hot. Open the lid and what have you got? Popcorn! 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 Look, George and I caught the popcorn on our head. All right, clean up the popcorn. We'll put it away until next time. And one more book we're going to read, and then we're going to do the shaker song. This last book I'm going to read to you is called Noisy Night. It's written by Mac Barnett, and the pictures are by Brian Biggs, and it is published by Roaring Press and Roaring Brook Press. I'm going to read it with their permission. Noisy Night. Do you know what kind of building this is on the cover? It's a tall apartment building. It's a building with lots of houses all in one building called apartments. What is going la 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 above my head? Do you see what's happening in the apartment above our little friend here? He can hear through the ceiling. La 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 la. A man is singing opera above my head. And here's the opera singer who says, "What is going ma above my head?" That's what's happening on the apartment above the opera singer. What is it? A baby is cooing above my head. Ma. And the baby says, "What is going ba above my head?" What's happening in this apartment up above the baby? A sheep, that's all. A sheep. A sheep is speaking above my head. Ba. And now the sheep wonders, what is going ha above my head? Can you see up here? What's happening in this apartment? Cowboys are laughing ha above my head. what is going wah, wah, wah above our heads? What do you think is happening in the apartment above the cowboys that's going wah, wah, wah? A girl is playing trumpet above our heads. Wah, wah, wah. Well, now our trumpet player hears something above her head. What's happening in the... Oh, sorry, I got a bad connection there. I think it's back. Caw, 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 above my head. A crow is squawking above my head. Caw, caw, caw. But up above the crow's head, what is going? Rah, rah, rah. You see in this apartment up here? What's happening? Cheerleaders are cheering above my head. Now, above the cheerleaders in this apartment, what is going cha-cha-cha above their heads? A couple is dancing above our heads. Cha-cha-cha, cha-cha-cha. What is going blah, blah, blah above our heads, wonder the dancers. What's happening here that we hear blah, blah, blah? An old man is hollering, go to bed! The poor old man can hear everything that's happening in all the apartments below him. And he says, be quiet, go to bed! Let's see. We can look on the cover of the book. Now, here's our friend that we started with, right? Here he is. See right down there? And then he hears, see if I got this right, the opera singer above him. And then the opera singer hears the baby above him. And then the baby hears, remember this, the sheep above him. And then the sheep hears the cowboys above him. And the cowboys hear the girl playing the trumpet. And the girl playing the trumpet hears the crow cawing above her head. And the crow cawing above her head hears the cheerleaders cheering above its head. And above the cheerleaders are the dancing couple, cha-cha-cha. And here is you-know-who, the old man saying, go to bed! We are almost ready to go to bed, but we cannot go to bed before we do two more things, the shaker song and bubbles. So let's do the shaker song next. If you don't have a shaker at home, you can use a water bottle with dried beans in it. You can use any kind of container with any kind of dried grain in it. Rice in a little water bottle. That's been my favorite. But now that I'm allowed to come back in the library, I got my shaker eggs. I'm going to use those. And I'm going to turn on the shaker song right now. From over here.
Shake it, everybody, shake it. Shake it, everybody, shake it. Shake it, everybody, shake it. Come on and shake it with me. Shake it on your tummy. Shake it on your tummy. Shake it on your tummy. Come on and shake it with me. Come on, shake it up. Come on, shake it down. Come on, shake it anywhere you want. Shake it, everybody, shake it. Shake it, everybody, shake it. Shake it, everybody, shake it. Come on and shake it with me. Shake it on your toes. Shake it on your toes. Shake it on your toes. Come on and shake it with me. Shake it on your knees. Shake it on your knees. Shake it on your knees. Come on and shake it with me. Come on, shake it up. Come on, shake it down. Come on, shake it all around. Shake it everywhere you want. Shake it, everybody, shake it. Shake it, everybody, shake it. Shake it, everybody, shake it. Come on and shake it with me. Shake it on your head. Shake it on your head. Shake it on your head. Come on and shake it with me. Shake it on your elbow. Shake it on your elbow. Shake it on your elbow. Come on and shake it with me. Come on, shake it up. Come on, shake it down. Come on, shake it all around. Shake it anywhere you want. Shake it, everybody, shake it. Shake it, everybody, shake it. Shake it, everybody, shake it. Come on and shake it with me. Come on and shake it with me. Come on and shake it with me.
Good shaking, my friends. I can just imagine you there at home shaking along with our shaker song like always. Thank you so much for joining me at Pajama Storytime. And remember, if you respond to the Facebook event and you have an opportunity there, if you respond officially that you're going, that you can give me your kids' names so I can give them a shout out, sing their name during the welcome song. You can also email me and let me know you want me to include their names, or you can just comment while we're actually singing, and hopefully I can get close enough that I can see it and give everybody a hello. I'm going to say goodnight to you with some bubbles. If you have bubbles at home, you can blow some along with me, or you can take them outside if you're allowed, or if not, you just watch the bubbles right there on your screen and see if you can follow them with your eyes, with your fingers, and maybe you can even touch your screen and catch some bubbles. There are bubbles in the air, in the air. There are bubbles in the air, in the air. There are bubbles in the air, there are bubbles everywhere. There are bubbles in the air everywhere. There are bubbles way up high, way up high. There are bubbles way up high, way up high. There are bubbles way up high. There are bubbles in the sky. There are bubbles way up high in the sky. There are bubbles way down low, way down low. There are bubbles way down low, way down low. There are bubbles way down low, and they tickle on your toes. There are bubbles way down low on your toes, and the bubbles say good night, say good night, and the bubbles say good night, say good night, and the bubbles say good night, say good night and sleep tight. And the bubbles say good night and sleep tight. Good night, sleep tight. I miss you, my friends, and I hope you're doing well, and I will see you again before too long. Bye-bye.